Hey girl. Hello, my beautiful Virgo. How are you doing? My name is SimplyVelca, and I'm going to be doing your general weekly reading. Now, I also do your weekly love reading between you and your soulmate, which I'll leave a link to over here if you would like to check it out. But when it comes to any of my readings, be sure to rely on your intuition, because put it in perspective, Virgo, I'm just a man reading some tarot cards to you. You know your situation better than I ever possibly could, so take the cards that resonate and leave what doesn't, because I promise you I'm not going to be offended by it. If you find some cards that resonate with you though, be sure to give me a like and subscribe, because I always am super appreciative when you guys take the time to do that for me, Virgo. Also, let me know how the cards resonate with you and how they call out to you. I always like to say, I want to hear your aha moments that you have in the reading, that you might have during the reading, because, you know, that's how I keep up with y'all in the comments, is hearing about how the cards pertain to you in your life in specific. So yeah, let's just jump into your reading now, Virgo. The overall energies for this week is the Strength card and the Ten of Wands. So I'm laughing just because of the, I don't know if irony is the proper word for it. No, it's not irony. It's just how fitting this combination is, right? My leg itches. So with this Ten of Wands here, this usually is the representation of some type of baggage. And so, like, you're carrying a lot of baggage in some type of way. Something's weighing on you. And so when you have the Strength card coming in, naturally, you're going to want to have the strength, or you need the strength to persevere through this. So this is definitely letting me know of the need to release some baggage this week, Virgo. Something that I feel like you kind of have known that you've been carrying, and it's kind of been like long overdue, that you've needed to let go of. And the Strength card comes in is like, I always view the Strength card as like the shadow work card personally, where you have to kind of like look inwardly and figure out what it is that you need to release inwardly, so that way your outward life, your outside life reflects that. Does that make sense? So what do I mean by this? Let me just give an example. If you have like a serious case of codependency, right? Or like being like a people, like you have to have people, everyone in your life has to just be pleased with you and just like happy with you. So like you just spend your entire life trying to just be that people pleaser. Maybe you need to just work on your codependency issues, in the sense of just being okay with people just not, with saying no, with setting boundaries, right? In that kind of vein of where it's just like, that's the only way that you're able to handle this baggage, right? Is by using your voice. As an example, right? It's one of those things of where I do feel like it's like in the self that you need to like, not to say that like what's happening to you, like anything outwardly happening to you this week, Virgo, is not like that, like it isn't from your own creation, but it's like one of those things where you could be taking preventative measures to avoiding certain things, but the only way to do that is by letting go of something or doing something that you would normally feel uncomfortable with, and you kind of know this deep down. So it'd be like, yeah, I know, like be like, yeah, I know I really want to lose that 10 pounds, but I also don't want to give up that ice cream. I really want to allow and accept love into my life, but I don't want to set the boundaries with past people in my life that stop me from opening myself up to new love, right? You know, so let's just jump into your rose now. We have the Wheel card coming into you in the reverse, with the World card coming in the upright. So I make this face just because it's like the resistance that's happening is coming on your end. Like the World card comes in the upright, where it's like things are turning in your favor. Like your environment, or like I guess like it can sound so annoying, right, Virgo? But like at least on an energetic standpoint, it seems to be things are like turning out into your favor. Like something is like looking up in some type of way, but there's some type of displeasure still happening in your life. Some type of whatever it is that's weighing you down here. I feel like with this Wheel card in the reverse, it's almost just like something like you're going forward, there's like forward motion, you're going down this road, down this highway, but it's like while you're on this highway, you kind of want to just like turn the wheel, like you want to turn around, you want to put on the brakes in some type of way, because it's almost like you're doing something while, yeah, my cat is like being crazy. She's in her little hut. You can't see her, but she's like making some type of noise. Like, it's like the path that you're going down, like, while, yeah, you're getting results on it, it's not something that you personally really want to do, I feel. Like, it's almost as if, like, yeah, there's just some type of resistance on your end, and I don't know if it's by choice or not on your side. It feels like it seems to be, like, by your choice, because we have the Three of Wands and the Nine of, is it 9? Yeah, Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Now I'm just gonna hold these upright for you, just so we can see the artwork. But Three of Wands lets me know where it's just like, this path that you're going down, you're just like, there is just like this question, this hesitation of where it's just like, I don't know if I want this. I don't know if this is meant for me. You don't know if this is your calling. This is almost like one of those things of where it's like, you got the job, you started working that job, but while you started working that job and getting that paycheck, you're kind of realizing it's just like, you're not happy. You're not any happier. And in fact, you're more miserable in this. Like, yeah, the pay is good, but at what cost? Right? And I feel like that's kind of like your theme for this week, is just like, yeah, you're able to have a lot, right? You're able to take a lot with you on this journey so you won't be without. But is it worth the amount of strength that you have to exude to make this work? You know, it's one of those things where it's just like, maybe you have to let go, like maybe you have some like prized possession, or maybe there's just something that you just don't want to let go of that you hold so dearly, but it's just like, it's weighing you down. We have the Five of Cups in the reverse with the Page of Swords in the reverse. Virgo, honey, listen up. So, Five of Cups in the upright usually means an individual who, like, this is again, like, you're aware of what's going on. Like, you're aware that, like, you're slowing yourself down by keeping on to something, by choosing to feed energy into that ex, or choosing to feed energy into this job that, like, isn't fulfilling to you. You're choosing to do it. But this Page of Swords in the reverse lets me know there's some type of resistance to a new beginning. Well, resistance to a new beginning, yes, I do feel that. Even though we have this Wheel card in the reverse where there's this, like, you want to turn. Like, you want to turn, but you're not committing to it. That's what it is. Like, in your head, while you're going down this road, or while you're doing this job and you're getting your pay, it's probably because things are working out in some type of capacity that's just like, in your mind, you want to turn it around. In your mind, you want to be like, I don't want to do this anymore. But you still keep going anyways. You still keep trying to pull out the inner strength from inside of you, rather than using your voice and just being like, hey, you know, I'm struggling here. Being like, hey, this isn't working out for me. You're not using your voice, right? And that's why the Page of Swords is in the reverse. And the Five of Cups is in the reverse. It's like, you kind of know that you need to use your voice to get anything done here, but you're not doing it. So it's like, honey, what's going on? What is this resistance? And I feel like it just goes back to the shadow work card, right? The shadow work aspect of the strength card, I guess, rather, that I see it as, is because it's like, yeah, you can keep pulling in this strength from inside to like go. It's like one of those situations, right? Virgo, where it's just like, you're dealing with a lot just because you're used to it, or just because you can manage it. But just because it's manageable doesn't necessarily mean that you should be doing it still. Doesn't necessarily mean you should be continuing on with this pattern, right? The Tower card in the reverse is absolutely, again, this resistance to a new beginning, this resistance to something, just like a new approach, just new. Overall, there's just like this resistance. And while, yeah, I'm using like the example, like you're going down this path and like things are working out, maybe you got like a new job, but it's just like, there's a reason as to why you're getting like some type of resistance. Like, there's a reason why there's like, I feel like if you started self-reflecting a little bit, or like really observing the situation, you would be able to like make sense of the resistance that's happening, or make sense of some of the emotions that you might be feeling this week, Virgo. I feel like this is one of those weeks where it's just like there's like a card, and like I think in the Moon Oracle deck, where it's just like meditate and contemplate. And I really feel like that's something that you need to do, Virgo. Maybe you've just been like in motion for so long that you haven't taken a moment to just like pause and be like, wait a minute, do I still want to be doing this anymore? Right? Do you still want to be doing something even though you've been maintaining it and doing it just because it's habit? Like, is it actually fulfilling to you? You are going to have to eventually address it though, because full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. And this fiery climax approaches in the sense of where it's just like, it kind of lets me know at some point, if you don't let go of some type of baggage, or make it like, yeah, whatever it is that's weighing on you, like if you don't make a decision on it soon, you're going to it's gonna like crash soon. I just feel like there's going to be a moment where it's gonna be like crashing and burning if you don't self-care a little bit more. If you don't like I mean, honoring yourself it sounds so cheesy, right? And it sounds so like fluffy, like fluff, but I really do mean this, because it's like you have your full moon in Virgo coming out, your moon, Virgo. You are good enough. And I feel like there's almost like you need this reminder of realizing you're good enough, because it's like maybe there's like this resistance in going, like letting go of something or stopping something, because it's like you don't want to stop something in its tracks because something is finally working out for you, but it's just like, so it feels almost ridiculous to stop it, right? To stop that flow. But I don't know. I just feel like you need to not be afraid of taking a risk, even if it seems crazy to everybody else. It's very much so that fool energy, I guess. But yeah, it's the reading that I have for you, Virgo. I wish you luck in this regard. Definitely let me know what this is talking about in your life, Virgo. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to share this with a friend if you think that they would like my reading style. But until next time, I love you so much, Virgo. Good luck.